What's a cover of a song that does it justice? Aretha Franklin covering Otis Redding's Respect. The Talking Heads cover of Al Green's Take Me to the River. I distinctly remember the first time I heard it on the radio. Years later I hear the Al Green version and think, hey, an R&B version of. Oh no, wait a minute. Mind blown. Muse's two famous covers from the turn of the millennium, namely Feeling Good and Can't Take My Eyes Off You. Both covers that reinvent the original while still sounding familiar. Yet they feel very Muse-y as well. Joan Jett. She does have an album of covers that are very obvious, but a lot of her well-known songs are also covers and you might not even realize it. Richard Cheese Down with the Sickness. Orgy's cover of Blue Monday, New Order. The original will always be my favorite, but this is a solid cover. Amy Winehouse, Valerie. David Bowie's cover of I Took a Trip on a Gemini Spacecraft is really good also. The Animals cover of House of the Rising Sun. The Jose Gonzalez cover of Heartbeats is more popular than the Knife version. Heart, Stairway to Heaven live at the Kennedy Center honoring Led Zeppelin. https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=lfxoadames Jason Bonham, John Bonham's son, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/John_Bonham is playing here and his dad's legendary drum kit. Anyone up for making a Spotify playlist? Bengals, Hazy Shade of Winter. Natalie Imbruglia's cover of Torn is so good most people don't know it's a cover. Common People by William Shatner. Best cover ever. Metallica, Am I Evil originally by Diamond Head. I actually quite enjoy Miley Cyrus's cover of Jolene. I think she did a great job and surely made her godmother proud. Gary Jules' cover of Mad World. Lacuna Coil did an excellent cover of Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode. Johnny Cash's cover of Hurt by Nine Inch Nails. The Promise, Sturgill Simpson. Butter's cover of What in the Butt. Fugees' cover of Killing Me Softly with his song. Stevie Ray Vaughan's cover of Little Wing. Does anyone else remember the Recess movie? The one about some guy trying to make it eternal winter to keep kids inside and improve test scores. That movie did a cover of Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers and I've always been fond of it. Jeff Buckley, Hallelujah. Streetlight Manifesto, Such Great Heights. How has no one said Tina Turner's Proud Mary? Blasphemy. Foo Fighters and their covers of Darling Nikki by Prince and Baker Street by Jerry Rafferty are both really fun jams. Seether's cover of Careless Whisper. Slayer, In Agata da Vida Anthrax, Got the Time Metallica, Blitzkrieg Human Experiment a 21st Century Schizoid Man. White Stripes version of Dylan's One More Cup of Coffee. Fairy Godmother's version of I Need a Hero, from Shrek 2. Blinded by the Light. Manfred Mann's version feels so different from Springsteen's. Bruce is my all-time favorite but not for this song. Hendrix's cover of Dylan's All Along the Watchtower not only does it justice, but totally eclipses it. Dylan himself has acknowledged that Jimmy made that song his own. Across the Universe Fiona Apple. I happen to really like Adele's version of Love Song by The Cure. The Byrds cover of Hey Mr. Tambourine Man. Bob Dylan is probably the most coverable artist of all time because he's an amazing songwriter and a terrible singer. Heart's cover of Battle of Evermore https://u2.be/na26mduabfc. Sturgill Simpson does the most heart-wrenching cover of When in Rome's The Promise, yes, that 80s new wave song. It's absolutely worth a listen, whether or not you like country music. Dear Prudence by Susie and the Banshees. The Beatles' version of Twist and Shout, originally by the Isley Bros. Don't forget Postmodern Jukebox. Pretty much everything they do is most excellent. Also, Richard Cheese and his propensity for lounge remakes as FSC King Hysterical and asterisk asterisk always asterisk asterisk just a tad NSFW. Killswitch Engage, Holy Diver. 1993. Israel Kamakavivole. What a Wonderful World, originally recorded by Louis Armstrong. He wrote his portion Somewhere Over the Rainbow in 1988 in 15 minutes in the middle of the night and called his producer to record it at 3 a.m. and added his cover of What a Wonderful World in 1993. It makes me want to float on the ocean and forget all my troubles. We Miss You is Cake I Will Survive. Marilyn Manson's Tainted Love, Sweet Dreams, and The KKK Took My Baby Away. Denzel Curry's Bulls on Parade. Nirvana's Where Did You Sleep Last Night. Pearl Jam's Last Kiss. Raymundo's Oliver's Army. Motorhead's Heroes. Metallica's Die Die My Darling. The White Stripes. Jolene. The Interrupters, Bad Guy. Tool's cover of No Quarter by Led Zeppelin. Wild Horses by the Sundays. I never really liked the Stones version, Mick trying to sing with a bit of a twang. Cowboy Junkies' Sweet Jane. Goldfinger's cover of 99 Red Balloons. Kiss. Art of Noise, Tom Jones. Type O Negative, Summer Breeze. The Animals cover of House of the Rising Sun. Fun fact: the original composer has been lost to history. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Higher Ground. I Need a Hero. The Shrek version is the absolute best and nobody can ever convince me otherwise. I've always liked Alien Ant Farm's version of Smooth Criminal better than the original. No Doubt's version of It's My Life. Denzel Curry's cover of Bulls on Parade. For real, check this out if you haven't seen it. Dude absolutely kills it. Knocking on Heaven's Door, Guns N' Roses cover of Bob Dylan. Staying with the same train of thought. Live and Let Die, Guns N' Roses cover of Paul McCartney. Moon River, Frank Ocean. Boys of Summer, The Ataris. Placebo done some excellent covers. Running Up That Hill, Kate Bush, I Feel You. Depeche Mode, Where Is My Mind. Pixies. Also Marilyn Manson did a great version of Tainted Love, Soft Cell. I do several great cover songs every morning in the shower. Iron and Wine's cover of the Postal Service's Such Great Heights. Unknown Mortal Orchestra's cover of the Grateful Dead's Shakedown Street. Vetiver's cover of Loudon Wainwright's The Swimming Song. Sharon Jones and the Dap Kings cover of the Allman Brothers' Midnight Rider. Me and Bobby McGee, Janis Joplin. I think most people know it was a cover at this point, but she nailed it. Mr. Bojangles' Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, The Night They Drove O.L. Dixie Down, Joan Baez. I love the band's original version, but Joan just had a way. Sexy Back, Poison. Sailing in Sync, Christopher Cross is just a bit too easy listening. My Maria Brooks and done a little help from my friends Joe Cocker. Black Magic Woman by Santana. I like the original Fleetwood Mac, too, but Santana. Lemonhead's Mrs. Robinson. I always liked the Bad Wolves cover of Zombie by the Cranberries. I also liked All That Remains cover of the Thunder Rolls. Woodstock CSNY. Not sure if it really counts as a cover since Joni Mitchell wrote it for them, but it wasn't the original version, so I think it counts. Midge Ure's cover of The Man Who Sold the World. The Book of Love by Peter Gabriel. Shinedown did a great cover of Simple Man. Cake. When they covered I Will Survive. Juicy. Thick bass line and lots of sass in the vocals. And this song has been covered by some great artists. Scrolled all the way to the bottom and didn't see Ella Fitzgerald's cover of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. RATM covering Cypress Hill's How I Could Just Kill a Man. Scissor Sisters. Comfortably Numb. It's a different take than Pink Floyd's original, but it's such an imaginative and fun take of the song. Not saying it's right, but Nothing Compares to You was a bigger commercial success for Sinead O'Connor than it was for Prince. SOAD, The Metro. Listen to it, then go watch the Berlin version on YT. Metallica's cover of Two and the Page is fucking great. The Beatles' Twist and Shout. I love Bowie, but Nirvana's version of Man Who Sold the World strips it back and makes it a different, Tragic Beast from the original. Thanks for watching. See you later.